Many of you want to hear the announcements that are coming up, and I'm looking forward to sharing them with everybody. Unfortunately, we are in a sold out situation. And so most of you, because of the limitations of our current system, which we're obviously going to upgrade, but we were actually told more people could join than are able to join. So here we go, here we grow. And for those of you that are listening to this via recording, thanks for your patience with us. We're just doing our best. 2020, your best year ever. Let me guess. That's what I want to talk to you about. And my guess would be that's what you want to hear. It's already, can you believe it? It's already the fourth quarter of 2019. Where did the time go? It's amazing how much time flies. It just seems like yesterday we were having New Year's Eve parties, talking about our New Year's resolutions, and looking forward to the start of 2019. And it started, it seems like just yesterday, but all those parties, all those New Year's resolutions, my guess is many of you were like pooped out, right? Pooped out. And you know, 2020 is right around the corner. And if we keep repeating the same cycle, we know it won't be long after you celebrate 2020 that you're all pooped out. And we don't want that. You don't want that. I know none of us want that. We want to stay energized all year, excited all year, so that we're able to truly make 2020 our best year ever. But not only do we want to be able to be excited and energized ourselves, we also want to be able to learn from others. Proforma is a massive organization now with lots of successful people. The most number of million-dollar members, multi-million-dollar members, the largest number of people on the Inc. 5000, fastest growing list, the largest number of people on ASI's list of fastest growing distributorships. All of us want to share together and care together also, so that 2020 truly will be your best year ever, our best year ever. Well, the best way to have your best year ever is to have the best start to your year ever, right? Have the best start to your year ever. And we want you to have the best start to your 2020. I mean, a kick butt start, right? Probably there's some of you out there right now that need a kick in the butt. Forget 2020. Some of you need a kick in the butt right now. That's a different subject. Kick, butt, start. What did we used to do in the past at Proforma to help you get your new year started? Well, for years and years, we had regional meetings, 5 or 6 or even 7 different regional meetings. Some of these logos will look very familiar to you. There's some of you listening that have been to all of these and more. Some of you, I'm always amazed when some owners actually, I meet them at a convention and they show me something that goes all the way back to our old logo in some of our old meetings. And it's really cool. So we had regional meetings forever, 5 or 6 or 7 different locations across North America. And then we decided to try something new, and we had some planning retreats all over the place also in a number of different locations, but we wanted to make it a little bit more introspective. I don't know if we did yoga or kumbaya, these things, but we tried them. And then we thought, well, let's try something somewhat different. Let's try these success summits where there's more interaction among owners and a lot less of everything else. And we got some pretty negative feedback. Like, owners always love talking to owners, but they missed having the massive numbers of suppliers there. They missed having some of the more formal education and training. And so there were a number of problems with these different meetings. One of the biggest problems is we were all over the place. There were only a few of us in each of these many different locations. Another problem is that even if we wanted to go back to a regional meeting format like this, it would be virtually impossible, because today there are so many more affiliate programs, buying groups, end user shows, that the demand on our suppliers' time is different than what it was even only a few years ago. Their ability to support 4, 5, 6, 7 regional meetings all over North America has changed. So, what's the solution? The solution is that all of us together are far more powerful than some of us apart, right? All of us together are far more powerful than all of us apart. So I am really excited to make one of many announcements that we're going to share with you this morning. The first is that we're announcing a new format, a new program, a new way to start your year called Elevate. Elevate, our 2020 annual kickoff meeting. There's just going to be one. We're not going all over the country, not going all over the world. We're going to Las Vegas, and we're going to Las Vegas along with PPAI, and we're not going to be at the end of PPAI. We're going to be right at the beginning. We're going to be right at the beginning during the evening before Education Day, actually Education Day number 1, and throughout Education Day number 2. So that then on the third day, just so that all of you know, on the 14th, the trade show opens and the show floor is open. So you won't miss a minute of it. In the past, for those of you that don't know, what we tried to do was to have our regional meeting in Vegas at the tail end of PPAI Vegas. And people said, we are too pooped to really have any kind of meaningful meeting. And so we're putting this at the very beginning of the PPAI show. A kick butt start to your new year. A kick butt start to your every year, right? You need it, I need it, we all need it. Now, let me tell you something else I need to do. And that's, I want to talk to you about something that's really near and dear to my heart and very important to me. That's that Proforma is a very different company than what most of you have known over the years. It's a very different company than I've really known over the years. And the difference is exciting. The difference is really changing what the future landscape of Proforma looks like for all of us. And this future new company exists because of, and I can't even begin to tell you how much gratitude I have in my heart, and all of you need to have in your heart for these two people, Vera, my wife, and Brian Carruthers. They have built not only Provision, which is changing the landscape of Proforma. And I won't steal any more of the thunder of what we're going to be talking about when we get to PPAI in Vegas, but trust me, it's changing who we are as a company in a massive way. And I think most of you have no idea how long these two 80-hour weeks doesn't even begin to describe what they've been going through for the last 4 to 5 years, along with building a team of some of the smartest people I've ever met, 75 members of our technology team. And I'm really blessed. Sometimes they come over and they hang out, and a few of them even have dinner with us, and they talk about stuff truly I don't understand even what they're saying. It's really the first time in the history of Proforma. There's things going on that I couldn't do and I don't understand, but I understand it's really exciting because it's changing who we are. Now, most of you know that the official rollout of Provision is 11/11, and I'm not getting into Vera and Brian's business, but we wanted to have a big announcement, and we wanted to make a big deal out of Provision, this technology platform that's changing, the business management technology platform that's changing our world and your world. And so we invited, most likely, I would think you'd all agree, one of the most famous people in the world of technology to come and celebrate with us. And they were available, but they wanted to check us out. And so they checked us out. They had their team check us out for a couple of weeks. And after vetting us thoroughly for a couple of weeks, I'm first of the many announcements I'm going to make. I am excited to let you know that Steve Wozniak, the co-founder of Apple, will be joining us on Sunday evening um, in Las Vegas. And look what Steve had to say. Sunday evening will be a celebration of technology innovation. You can all read, but I'll read. I am looking forward to joining Proforma for this special celebration of their new business management technology platform, Provision. I have always said that wherever smart people work, doors are unlocked. And clearly, Proforma is unlocking doors to the future in this industry. It took a very special technology platform and years of effort of scores of people to get us to the point that a man like Steve Wozniak's going to come. And he is a masterful storyteller, and he's going to be telling some of the stories about meeting Steve Jobs and developing and almost accidentally, the first Apple computer, and then the two, and then the Macintosh, and he's also going to be talking about how important technology is to the future of all businesses in the world. We're very excited that Steve Wozniak will be joining us. That's announcement number one. Announcement number two is that Brian Moran is going to be joining us. Brian Moran is the author of the book, The 12-Week Year. We've talked about the 12-week year before, but we've kind of come at it from just our perspective. And we thought, let's bring in the expert. Let's bring in the author. So Sunday night, Woz. Monday morning, Brian Moran, teaching you from the author's perspective how you can get more done in 12 weeks than most other people get done in 12 months. You need to be there if you really want to have your best year ever. The best education and motivation that will last all year, because Brian Moran will be teaching each of us and all of us what's called the WHAM, or some people call it the WOM process. And we're going to be creating groups of people that really want to get committed, that really understand that making 2020 your best year ever is really all about committing, recommitting, ongoing throughout 2020. So we're going to be talking about that, Brian will be. And then after he speaks, and that's from about 8 o'clock until 11, we're going to have one breakout meeting where Brian Moran's going to be meeting with our mostly $1 million club owners, although it's not exclusively for them. Anybody that wants to grow their business with hiring and managing salespeople, Brian Moran is going to be teaching and equipping. We're all going to be getting the tools that we need also, so that we can implement the 12-week year, and so that we can teach our people to implement the 12-week year. So from about 11 to 12, that's what we're going to be doing as one of the sessions. And the other session, for those people that really need to stay more focused or want to stay more focused on pillars 1 and 2, remembering that pillar 3 is hiring sales rep, pillar 4 is acquisitions. For those of you that really need to get the foundation of your business built, we're going to be talking about pillars 1 and 2. So there'll be 2 breakout groups from 11 to 12, one with Brian Moran teaching the teachers how to teach and educate their sales staff, and other people that really need to learn how to earn more new customers and sell more to their current customers. And then we're going to go to lunch, the vendor roundtables. Everybody said they missed those over the last several years, and so we're going to have them there. Over 20, I don't think any more than 30 vendor roundtables for you to really get deep and get personal and have some great idea exchange with our supplier partners themselves. And then in the afternoon, we're going to have some really cool sessions. We're going to be talking about winning major accounts. I mean, you've seen the press releases, people winning $12 million contracts, $20 million contracts. Good night. We're at the point where we don't even issue press releases if people only win a $1 million contract. And most of you listening would give your left arm to win a $1 million contract. And so we have bushels full of big wins of major accounts, winning company stores, exciting wins that the North American Major Account team is doing, along with the Pro Stores team. Again, the technology people that are changing the face of your company, our company. How to successfully recruit sales reps, manage them, train them, and more. How to improve your operations. More of a focus on operations. And I'm not going to get too deep into this, but one of the things that Vera, who's going to be helping taking over the coaching function at Proforma, is we realize we have a lot of larger owners. They know how to grow their business. One of their bigger challenges is their operations. They're getting in their own way, and they need somebody to come in and help them see how to get out of their own way, how to be more organized, so that they can use more of the tools and the resources of Proforma, more of their own skills and talents, and get back into growing their business and having their best year ever that way, along with creating and managing a pipeline to create success and a whole lot more. So we're going to be having owner panels. A lot of what we're going to be talking about will be guided owner panels. Nobody going on and talking on and not being as efficient as possible with your time. Guided owner panels in most cases and in many cases, so you can hear from the people that are doing it. So you can go up to them after the session and say, how did you win that $1 million win, that $2 million win? How did you win that $20 million win? So exciting to have so many different owners that are going to be there to share their successes. Excited about that. Of course, we're going to have a time for our young folks. Next, those people at Proforma who are under 40, very excited that there's going to be time for them. And we're going to be talking about something we need to all focus on a little bit more, the Proforma proactive process. Most of you wake up every day, I know it because I'm guilty too. And we're reactive, right? We wake up and we check our emails. And then for the rest of the day, we're reacting to emails. We're reacting to phone calls. We are not proactively growing and running our businesses. And each of us need to follow a process. We're going to teach you. We're going to show you. We're going to talk about how can you get proactive so that, of course, we're all going to be reactive. We sometimes have to. Our customers are dependent on us for that, right? But what is the proactive process? Because we all know that to get proactive is the best way to get massive results. Get proactive to get massive results. So in summary, what did I just say? Were you taking notes? Were you paying attention to Greggy? Here's what we agreed. 2020, you want that to be your best year ever, and we want that for you. We want it to be a kick butt start. And we all know that all of us together are far more powerful than some of us apart. So we want to have one great kickoff event called Elevate 2020, to get a kick butt start to your year, to listen and have an opportunity to hear Vera interview and chat with Steve Wozniak, hear some of his amazing stories, hear him talk about the importance of technology too. Some of you will have an opportunity to have a private photograph with him, and there'll even be a VIP opportunity following the photograph session. It's going to be one very special evening in the history of Proforma. Next morning, all day Monday, first, starting with Brian Moran, learn how to really get more done in 12 weeks than most of you got done in the last 12 months. Create your own WAM group. Carry that motivation into your whole new year. Vendor roundtables, great afternoon sessions, hearing from your fellow owners, guided owner panels, an opportunity for our young folks, the next group, to be able to be there and network together. And I know some of you are concerned about what's going to happen with the next generation. So please, for those of you that are considering bringing your children into the business, bringing other younger people in the business, come and learn about Next. Come and let them learn about Next, about how we're involving the next generation. Come and get proactive so that you can get massive results in 2020 and make 2020 your best year ever. All right. If you want 2020 to be your best year ever, if you're excited about the announcements I'm excited about, I'm asking you now, right now, do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go to this website and register now, because you deserve it. And I know some of you might say, well, maybe it's expensive. Well, it's not expensive. There are hotel rooms that you can get for about $50 a night. We were researching online. There are some great deals right now for airfare. And I don't believe you can afford to miss this event. I know Proforma couldn't afford to do more than one of these meetings a year. And so you can't afford to miss it. So let me tell you, number one, thank you for your time. Number two, for those that weren't able to join, I'm the same recording that I am live. And finally, register now. Don't make me come get you. Thank you all very much. Great luck to you and Godspeed finishing up this year. And we look forward to seeing each of you and all of you 2020 Elevate. See you there.